People could say what they want to say, but I know that Melly was not intending on his co-defendant taking no goddamn plea deal. As soon as he heard about that plea deal, he had to think of a different strategy. And what was the different strategy? To get new attorneys to try, in my mind, to delay this trial that's upcoming, because he know his ship is doomed like the Titanic. Boom, there you go. Melly ain't coming home soon. I don't know who keep chanting that. The honorable judge granted Melly his wish, and that wish was for him to get rid of Raven Liberty and the crew. Yeah. But guess what? Those people been working on Melly case for years. But Melly said, listen, this ship is sinking quicker than I can handle. Let me get rid of y'all and try to buy me just a little bit more time. Let me go ahead on and get this billion-dollar lawyer that they talking about. Let me tell y'all something. If Drew Fingerlicking was that goddamn on good of an attorney, no other attorneys will get hired. So don't believe the hype. They trying to make something come into reality, but I don't think it is. Drew Fingerlicking, yeah, now you a part of Melly's team. But guess what? Time is really not on your goddamn side. Time is not really on your side. Let's talk about why time really ain't on this man's side. Because now all we doing and what we've been doing before he decided he wanted to jump the ship after his co-defendant took that plea deal, the trial will still go on. It's still going to go on. Let's talk all about it.
Melly's murder case. He wants to hire new lawyers. The request before a judge would remove the team of lawyers who handled his first trial.
NBC6's Marissa Back is at the Broward County Courthouse with what this means moving forward. Marissa.
Well, this is certainly coming at a time when the overall case is in flux. Ynw Melly's co-defendant just took a plea deal yesterday. His retrial, which was originally scheduled to start today, had been delayed over a year. Well, now the rapper is hitting the reset button on his own representation. A 7-page document puts a bombshell request from rapper Ynw Melly in black and white. Melly, whose real name is Jamel Demons, wants a totally new legal team. The motion lays out 2 new attorneys to replace Raven Liberty, Stuart Adelstein, Daniel Aronson, and 2 others who have been representing Demons in his capital murder case for years. Demons is charged in the shooting deaths of 2 longtime friends back in October of 2018. Court documents reference a conflict of interest with attorney Raven Liberty, who is under investigation by the Broward Sheriff's Office. Little is known publicly about that investigation, but the mere existence of it is prompting Demons to change course. The motion reads, quote, "The current team may be unable to fully litigate this issue without fear of further recrimination in the criminal case against one of the team. Replacing attorneys at this stage of the game isn't unheard of."
You see it more frequently in high-profile capital cases,
says defense attorney Josh Rydell, who's weighing in from the outside. But it could signal a change in strategy.
Something you could read into this is especially the lawyers that are attempting to come in, specialize in different things, have different profiles, that could be something that the defendant wants in the case.
The judge considering the request on the heels of Demons' co-defendant, Cortland Henry, taking a plea deal.
I'm going to sentence you.
On Tuesday, Henry was sentenced to 10 years in prison when the judge found him guilty on witness tampering and accessory after-the-fact charges. And in exchange, the state dropped the 2 murder charges against Henry.
We may think that there's some correlation, but knowing the system and knowing how the system works, I don't think there's any correlation between the 2.
Now, the judge still has to sign off on this change in attorneys for it to take effect. What's interesting here is that the judge asked Demons back in January if he wanted to change his counsel because of this potential conflict of interest, and Demons said no. So clearly, he has changed his mind. Again, his double murder retrial is currently set for January of 2027. Reporting live in Fort Lauderdale, Marissa Begg, NBC6 News.
So with that being said, Melly, y'all better get to running. Y'all better act like y'all on the treadmill, get to running, bruh. Because at this particular point, if Melly was innocent, why is he switching all these attorneys? Why no attorney won't be like, man, I stay here for you? Because the Honorable Martin Fine also cautioned demons that he is hard-pressed to keep his trial date, even if new lawyers tell him that they need more time to prepare for the case. He understood and still wanted the change in representation. Oops. He said, I want Raven to represent me, even when she was found to be partially involved in his witness tampering case, right? But when he found out about Bortland taking that goddamn plea deal, all bets was out the window. He had to think of a whole nother strategy. When they kicked Raven like a raisin to the curb, he had to go pick up Drew Findling, y'all. But will Drew Findling be able to save him? I don't think so, y'all. I don't think Drew Finger-licking has what it takes to save Melly. It ain't no saving somebody who is obviously guilty. I'm not going to forget when Raven said this is a singular person case. Oh, we ain't looking for nobody else. Thank you for letting me know, Raven Liberty. Yay, you won't be standing up tall and strong up in there giving them people eyes. You was just a little too ghetto for me anyways. I mean, I ain't going to sit here like she was very, very, very unprofessional. The way y'all used to sit up there and giggle and laugh in the court and have no sympathy or any empathy for the victim's family, blowing kisses and stuff. See, like they said, what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. They thought they had it all in the bag with Mariah standing in the Maybach. I guess Mariah said, F that. I gotta get up out this Maybach, y'all, because this ride ain't taking me nowhere but straight to hell. Yeah. And guess what? You knew the jump. Listen, you knew you needed him to fire you because you didn't want to back out. Because I think he got something on her. I really believe that Melly, okay, the way they were flirting in that courtroom, I wouldn't be surprised, child. Yeah, as soon as Bortland took that plea deal, Melly had to think of another strategy. You changed the strategy for him. He was on one path. But when you took that goddamn plea deal, he said, gotta think of a new route. Melly ain't getting out of this, y'all. That's all I gotta say. He's not getting out of this. I promise you. The witness tampering alone is a capital offense. People keep forgetting about that. They just want to jump straight to, that connect to the murder. The murder is more important than the witness tampering, but the witness tampering tie him all the way in, because I ain't telling nobody to stay out of court if I ain't did nothing. And I'm not apologizing for it. I ain't taking no plea deals. I ain't keeping nobody out of court. I ain't doing none of that. Only a person who is guilty will try to keep you up out of that court. Everything this man has tried to do to avoid this sentence has led him right back to it. Infinite love, life, and a good vibration. I'm up out.